So guys, right, George Knudsen, what a ball striker this guy is, and there's some amazing things in this swing that can help a lot of people, so we're going to have a look at that. But Lee Trevino said one of the best ball strikers to have ever played the game of golf. He won 8 times the PGA Tour, 5 times the Canadian PGA Championship. He won the World Golfing Championship or the World Cup with Al Balding, and wrote the book The Natural Golf Swing. Now, apparently the guy wasn't the best putter, and when you look at a few of the clips sort of out there, you can definitely see that. But people breaking this swing down, have a look at this golf ball if you can just see this take off, breaking this swing down and looking at some of the unbelievable components in there. We're going to compare it to Hogan. Definitely has some moves that are just as good, if not better.
And we're also going to take a look at a couple of magic moves, a couple of hidden moves inside this golf swing to improve everybody's ball striking immediately.
So guys, when we look at one of the secrets of the golf swing, and when we look at the world's best ever ball strikers, it's scary how many of these unbelievable ball strikers at the top of the swing have their trail elbow, their right elbow, on the original shaft plane. And for the masses of the people out there, this seriously is a position, a place where it really makes the downswing so much easier, right? So what we're seeing from this position here, combining it with a club face position that's a little stronger at the top, you're in the go zone. The elbow just shaves straight back down the line. Like, it just makes it so much easier. So let's have a quick look at that first move, and how we get this position of this elbow that just slots it so that you can just improve your ball striking immediately.
So people, right, let's have a look at an easier way to swing, an easier way to transfer the speed of the club to the speed of your body. It's going to help your delivery, the path of the club head, and it's also going to help your wrist alignments here, and it's going to help you stop flipping it. Now, I've just taken the liberty to pop some plastic rotting on the ground. That's my ball line. Imagine the ball's there. I've got an alignment stick jammed into the back of the oversized club, and no, I don't know where you get them from. You wouldn't believe how many emails I get about this thing. It's absolutely frightening. Now, we're going to have a look at this checkpoint here, and it is when your left arms are parallel to the ground. A couple of things, basic, but this is going to slot your downswing because it just makes it easier. Take your address position, swing back, and what you're going to do, see with that alignment stick, it's pointed down at the ball line. Right? Now the right elbow is on the back of the jumper, on the back of the shirt. It's not too far out in front, it's not too far behind. Once again, the club's got weight, your arm's got weight. This keeps you in balance, right? This keeps the club moving the right direction. You swing back, left arm parallel, get the stick pointed at the line, and this position here, you're on plane. Now have a look at my right hand. Look where it's pointing. Right? The right hand's not pointed at the camera, it's pointed over into that corner over there. This is important. This will get your lead wrist in the perfect position.
So guys, let's look at a drill here that lowers your shoulder, lowers that lead shoulder, lowers your lead arm to get you in this super compact position so that that elbow is on that original shaft plane or really close. But what we're going to look at is keeping this club head above your ear or higher. And so let's get stuck into a drill before we have a look at the magic move, this incredible move from George Knudsen from the front on view.
Let's have a look at a drill here that really helps keep the lead shoulder down, get that lead arm on a perfect plane, a perfect position with your wrist alignments. And I'm telling you, this will automatically help your downswing and your delivery into the back of the ball. Get into the position, put the right hand in front of the left, ensuring that we have some angle in that trail hand. You'll probably see some creases on the back of the skin here. Now what we're going to do is keep the left shoulder under the chin, under the mouth, and we're going to draw back with some right leg extension. Okay, what this will do is it will help you pin some of your arm against your chest, but it'll assure you that you've got great angle in that trail wrist. And then you've got your golf club, and then you get that, just gather that same feel, that sensation that you had, and that's going to put you in a position when that trail wrist is good, the lead shoulder's down, we've got the right leg extending back, all of a sudden we've got some room, and we're bringing this club into a position. It's a no-brainer.
So guys, it really is fascinating working with evidence-based instruction, and we just sold out our golf schools in March in Orlando, Florida. We're opening up new schools in September. High-speed cameras, biomechanics covering every single area of the game.
The combination of working with Dr. Neal and his biomechanics and Craig Hanson and his high-speed cameras and eye for golf has just been unbelievable.
reach out to me at Craig at WorldClassGolf.com, Craig at WorldClassGolf.com. We'll get you playing the best golf that you've ever played.
So as we get further into the swing of one of the best ball strikers ever, we see that the club was taken on quite a way on the inside. And it seemed to be back in the day that it was okay to just naturally move that club on the inside. Actually, the club ended up a little bit more on the feet line. I know the camera angle is slightly over the golf ball here, but we have seen so many, like when you have a look at the top 10 ball strikers ever, we've seen so many that have taken the club away on the inside. So, I mean, we've seen Sam Snead, okay? Now, I'm not advocating that we should all get in there and take the club away on the inside, but for some of the players out there, if you are taking on the inside and you're panicking, I probably wouldn't do it. We see Victor Hovland. I mean, this guy absolutely rips it, all right? But looking at that club face, how it's pointed down, that's a really interesting area in the swing. Let's have a look here. I've got a really interesting video here of Byron Nelson. Have a look at this one. It's like it's been sort of made to look new. But one of the best ball strikers of all time, once again, taken away slightly on the inside. Now, what we don't speak about a lot is actually movement down. And the best ball strikers ever, Hogan, we see Knudsen on this side, we see that movement down, that compression either in the pivot or movement down in the golf swing. Why don't we teach that? Why isn't that being taught? You know, once you mention it, it's like, you know, nobody wants to hear about it. But the shaft plane is phenomenal. And when we see this you know, wrist coming down, this lead wrist, you can see how we hear a lot of instruction about bowing that lead wrist down. But if you can get it in a position like this, guys, it's going to shallow your plane. Look where that position is, of that, like that gap between the arms here. It's just a phenomenal swing. Heads move down an absolute mile. Hips are opening up. Huge lateral shift and the dispersion of the club. Look at that thing take off. Can you see that? Like, it's just an absolute bullet. It's an absolutely incredible golf swing.
So guys, an interesting visual effect here. I love using like little pictures and things that they don't distract me when I'm hitting, or with my students as well. Now we've got the torch. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shine it up into that back right hand corner. There's my right side, back that right hand corner over there. So I'm simply going to take it away and just shine the torch up into that back right hand corner. Look what it does for the angle of the wrist. So you can you can just point your thumbs. Imagine you're going into that back right hand corner. But sometimes in training, I'll pass someone the torch and I'll say, okay, go into that back right hand corner, and they really like the feel of it, right? They really like the picture. So shine the torch in the back right corner. You've got your wrist angles coming down. You're not over this way, and this is a great place to set up this big, strong, pure angle at the top. It's going to help you move that club down, deliver that club head much, much more effectively. When I go to a 3-knuckle grip, seeing 1, 2, 3 knuckles, right? So when you take your address position, look down. If I get to a 3-knuckle grip and now get a flat lead wrist at the top, can you see that that leading edge is higher? And this leading edge, when I get to the top of my swing, if I get that leading edge in the right position, it's going to point up over my ear. All right, now this position here, for so many of the world's best players, it's great anyway, but for amateur golfers, it helps them bring the club down so that the toe is in front of the heel. We've done so many tests, and amateur players, unfortunately, they're opening up that club a little bit, and when they bring it down from a neutral position, the heel's in front of the toe, they lose their angles, they have to sort of flip that then to stand up. So have a look at this. If I close that face, right, add in shaft lean, bang, I've got a lot of shaft lean in a square face. If I open that face, I have to flip it to square it unconsciously. So for me, what I think is a little easier when I get to the top is I've got this physically touching my arm. Now watch this. All right. So when you can physically feel something, it makes sense. So if you don't want to think all that much, you get up to the top and you can physically feel that in your arm. I mean, you've got a 3-knuckle grip and you got that. It's just such a powerful position. You just keep it on your arm. And when you do, you're going to bring it down into the slot. Now, when it leaves your arm, you're like this. If it leaves your arm on the way back, you're in trouble. And this is probably the best training aid that there is, I would say, in world golf. Now, you set it up a couple of finger widths away, and on the way back, you just get it to touch your arm. Then you've got the toe in front of the heel, right? Then you've got this right wrist, some connection. Get up to the top, keep it on, and then you know that what you're doing is correct. Another thing that people don't realize is when you have too much wrist break, you lose that framework this leaves. So this is also a great way to get really great framework and structure in the back of your swing. I use it for like those low launching pitch shots as well, keeping it here connected and chipping. It helps me rotate and get that really strong position here. And guys, like every week, because it's a no-brainer, there is a discount code in the description box.
So if you analyze 500 professional golfers, you get an average. You get an average of the movement, and a lot of people believe they're swinging a lot different, but they're not. And when you understand what the average is, if you get inside it, you're going to hit the ball good, right? Or if you get closer to it. Now, we see the average professional golfer on tour, half of the lead leg is through the wall with their iron shots, and they have around 12 degrees of shaft lean. There's around 3 inches of lowering down. That's the average of their head. And this is the position that we see. Now, for a lot of the people out there, when they set up with a pretty narrow stance, 60% of the weight on the left foot, shaft and left arm in one line, that also makes it easier, right? Now, you see into impact here, when we have a look at the other side of the screen here, I see where George is, he's got a very wide stance, he's well behind the ball, and he actually moves off the ball a little bit. Now, to get back through the wall from there, that's really hard to do, but he does it. Right, so I wouldn't recommend, that you guys out there standing that wide. He's got compression down in his pivot, you can see, and you're going to see the big Scotty Scheffler slide with the foot, and he gets over. And I mean, he does it really well. When you get into impact, I mean, it's pure, right? So obviously it has to be. The guy was one of the best ball strikers ever. But we can see the shaft lean. When we measure shaft lean, we can see he's got around 14 degrees of shaft lean there. 12 is the PGA average. And so he's got compression pure on it, and he's just ripping it. But I mean, understanding his swing, the swing it shifts a lot too. It changes really from week to week, just a little bit, moving sometimes in a good direction and not a good direction. You really have to film your swing with your mobile phone. And there's no one out there, really top players, they just don't do it. They're always checking their address position, checking their swing, working on the swing. And guys, so get in there and film your swings, and I've been able to help so many people with online swing training from all over the world. Looking at a great player like George Knudsen, this really is this compact style of swing with a great wrist angle at the top is so much easier. I hope you enjoyed the video, and it opens up your eyes to the deep to shallow swing style, because this style of swing really is, with just a little bit of practice, it's just so much easier and so much more effective.
Voted Best Swing Analysis and Best Online Instruction by several independent surveys. World Class Golf Instruction is transforming thousands of golfers at every skill level. Do not miss out. This video platform has over 1,400 videos and 85 separate masterclass series. The most structured and detailed video platform ever created. Improving golfers on average between 4 and 11 shots. Join the chat room and join the community of World Class Golf Instruction. This is golf instruction that you've never seen before. The proven PGA corridors, factual evidence-based material. Unleash your true potential with the cutting-edge swing analysis technology. Experience the thrill of progress with the state-of-the-art practice programs and specialized golf fitness plans. Best information available.